a lot of different things because the heat is on because it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. The heat is on because we love doing Hotworx. Even when it's 1,000,000 degrees outside. And then let's talk about the creepy thing that nobody wants to talk about. Parasites. So if you haven't met Carolyn from Clean Colonic, here she is. I was there last week. And in fact, I will post my video tomorrow.
All right.
Of me coming in and doing a colonic, which by the way, you guys, don't be a baby. It's not a big deal at all. But this is really cool because actually I've been talking about parasites quite a bit lately. And actually we did find that I did have one. And okay, I know that sounds so gross, but you probably have one too, most likely.
Yeah, it's very common.
Like,
how'd you find out?
I did a hair follicle test.
Okay, so you didn't actually see one?
No, God, no.
Well, we see them.
I know.
I
know.
them. You don't want to see them.
YouTube.
It's not a big deal.
Listen, I see a lot of things. I have to look at my knee every day. You know, there are certain things I don't want to see. And I will say, I've been doing the parasite cleanse, and I have not seen it.
Okay.
But I haven't been, like, searching for it.
And when did you start it? How long have you been doing it?
It's been a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You want to kind of do it for 30 days and 60. The first 30 days, you're killing off the adults. The next 30 is about the babies. So you should continue.
I know. Okay, well, but continue.
But it's been a hot topic for me because I've never really wanted to talk about parasites because I never wanted to, like, scare people into getting the colonic. It was more like I just wanted them to come in. But I'm hearing it so many times, and then I see misinformation. You know me, I'm all about the education. Yep. So I was like, let's get together and talk about it.
Okay, so I have to tell you how this all came about. So Kelly is the owner of Hotworx, which I absolutely love. And Carolyn is the owner of Clean Colonic, which I don't love, but I do.
And the franchisor of Clean Colonic.
And yes, 5 now. 5 locations here locally. And I got the 2 of these ladies together because I'm like, you know what? You guys should get together. You'll love it. And Carolyn fell in love with it.
Right away.
And then so cool that you decided to get your entire staff doing Hotworx.
Yeah, well, I kind of like to do certain things like with my staff. So I was like, hey, what if we go there and did like a little staff meeting and we worked out? And then everybody loved it. So I was like, okay, I want them to be healthy. I want to do some preventative stuff. Plus, they do body age testing there, which some of the girls that work for me, they're in their 20s.
That was fun. We did that for everybody.
They showed up in their, they showed up in their, like they were 50. So I was like, okay, we need to do something. Their body age. Mm-hmm. So that's what I was like, okay, they have a membership now. And then so many things started to unfold that I wasn't even aware of. That Hotworx is just amazing.
I know.
And if I didn't know it was my business, I probably would have tried it.
Okay, well, we know this. Let's talk about what we know about just being in an infrared sauna. The benefits of being in an infrared sauna, aside from parasites and what you've discovered.
Yes.
The infrared sauna is incredible for detoxing the body.
In general.
Detoxing the body of metals, people that have Lyme disease. There's so many things that...
heavy metals, BPA, ammonia, environmental pollutants such as exhaust fumes that we all breathe every single day, pesticides that are everywhere in the grocery store you go into, even if you don't treat your own home.
And it's not the same as hot yoga.
Not at
way
all.
Different.
It's not the same as standing out with people, because people will say to me, well, all you have to do is go stand outside. I'm like, aren't you so smart?
Maybe get yourself a little skin cancer along the way. Do it safely.
Infrared is a much different method. And then to be able to get a workout inside the infrared is like, hallelujah, oh my gosh, incredible, amazing.
Like, genius.
Yes. Burn more calories.
100%.
It's more efficient. You burn more calories. You detox the body, all these things. Okay, so then we got to Carolyn here, who so everybody now has a membership, and they're going in Hotworxing it up.
Yeah, they loved it. They started going, and then like a few weeks later, 3 of the girls right away started releasing parasites. And I was like, okay, you guys have been getting colonics because obviously they work there. They're getting colonics. So I was like, what's the difference? And I was like, I wonder if it was the Hotworx. So then I started doing more research, and I noticed that parasites hide behind the heavy metals. That's why I called Kelly right away, and I was like, hey, are you really...
She was so excited. She could not wait.
I couldn't wait. I think we talked till like 8 o'clock at night. Didn't get off until 10. Her literally skipped dinner with her husband.
I did.
You know?
Yeah,
it was this whole conversation.
They're nerding out.
Totally. So I was like, tell me how this works.
The 3 of us together, I don't know how we get it worded edgewise, because honestly, we're so passionate about what we do. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm just about the experience, but I was like, okay, now you got to tell me, like, how does this actually work? Because there's, like, that's a serious commonality that just happened, like, right away.
Well, and everything you know about the colon, obviously, that's what you do. But to have that one little missing piece that is so powerful that you have found on your own.
Because heavy metals, I didn't even realize how common that is, too.
Super common.
You know, unless people actually know or have been tested and it's like a thing. You know,
exactly.
it's
Like
not,
there are certain people that have heavy metal toxicity, and that's
But
know,
everybody
different.
does.
So
But everybody does.
has some
something.
sort of heavy metal
Yes.
for sure. Everybody has that. But you know, you've got the people that are excessively high.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a different situation altogether.
Gosh,
But
I swear,
everybody
this
has heavy
conversation
metals.
is making me feel like I need to get back to Hotworx. I already went this week.
I know you did. You
Yeah.
were there
But-
this week.
you
But
were going
did too.
regularly.
Yeah, but I couldn't
Her
keep
surgery.
going because it's my surgery.
Yeah.
So my knee
Her
is
incision was
still
open.
funny, and it's been 6 weeks. But I went to the doctor 6 weeks on. It was Tuesday. I went to see him on Tuesday, and he said, "Well, I think in another week or two you can start getting that wet." And I was like, "Too late."
Yeah.
already come.
I've already
And
got in the
sweat.
bath. I
Yeah.
sweat. I got in the bath.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, it's been 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm over this already, so I'm taking it upon myself at this point. Of course, they're going to say don't, but yeah, I had to wait. So I haven't been able to come. But yeah, just hearing you talk, it's like, oh my gosh, like if you do anything for yourself, get in the infrared sauna.
For
And
one single thing, you can spend hundreds on this supplement, that supplement, this injection, this, you know, whatever. There's all kinds of things out there. A lot of them are great,
yeah,
you know, but the one
this
single
is super
thing
natural too.
that is the most effective for detoxing your body and just general health and wellness and longevity is infrared.
Yes.
And at $59 or $79 a month for unlimited access, there
It's
is.
incredible.
It
And
is
that was the other thing. I
incredible.
was like,
24/7.
24/7. I couldn't believe it when I thought I was like, all right, now
This is
this
gonna be
is great.
expensive.
This is going to be expensive. How am I going to
When I
afford
gave
this
her
for
the
my
pitch.
staff? And I was like, what do you mean? I thought it was going to be like $150 a month. I
At
was like, where
least.
do we sign up? Get all my staff. Let's go because it's a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer.
We had a great party. She came in, brought everybody.
Yeah.
We reserved saunas for them and had them pre-booked. We did the body scanning
Yeah.
and the body composition scale and did all of that. So they left with a lot of information and they've been really doing it and enjoying it. It's a great team activity, great team building, and what a great boss.
Totally.
Obviously,
It's also
to
too,
do
'cause,
this
like,
for her employees
you
and
know-
for their health and wellness.
Yeah, and because I want to like help promote them to even for like preventative,
Right.
you know, because it's like not only some people may just do it to lose weight or whatever else, but like even just for preventive, like you're super fit. Why, like Julie, it's like what does she need to do, right? But
Well, I mean,
it's
it's
like
the best.
keeping
I'm
keeping
going to
things
keep
the
working
way-
out. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep working out. Why wouldn't I want to kill
Amazing.
way more birds with one stone?
Yeah.
So this is my question, though. So now that we know that, okay, you're going to take down the heavy metals, which is going to help to release the parasites.
Yeah.
Now, coming in, let's talk, because we now have talked about why Hotworx is so amazing. Why should people be coming in for a colonic? And your employees weren't releasing those parasites.
Right, so I want you to
through-
talk more about that too.
Yes.
What you found with the
Yep.
heavy metals and why.
Yep.
But in addition, the fact that reasons that you're coming in, if you're not releasing parasites without the detoxing of metals,
Right.
what are some of the reasons that you would want to come in anyways? And if you are trying to detox parasites, I mean, is this obviously, all things being equal, you should get a membership at Hotworx.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it is incredible, and your excuses for why you can't make it, it's open 24/7.
Yeah.
There are none.
Put your kids to sleep, your husband to sleep, and you
Yeah.
can go early in the morning when nobody's awake
Yeah.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
You pick your workout. I mean, there really is no
Yeah,
excuse.
absolutely.
But what are the reasons that people are coming in for colonic, even if it's not for parasites? And if it is for parasites, do you have to do infrared and
Right. Well,
The
I
sauna.
encourage it
And-
because even when people before they were coming to Hotworx, I would say just go in sauna, get a sauna bag, do some sort of detox because your skin is your largest organ. So most people don't really realize that. So if you're having acne or whatever, you got to get it out. The
detox
other
it
way
out?
that you have to detox is through fecal matter. You got to go to the bathroom. You got to get it out. So if your colon isn't moving, all that stuff is sitting inside you, building up in your
Toxins.
colon, all the toxicity.
Yep.
And then even if you are going to the bathroom every day, you get this perception like, oh, my colon's clean. I'm not constipated. I go all the time. Well, there's things that get stuck in there.
Think about your toilet that you don't clean. Right, you flush your toilet every day.
Yep.
And if you don't clean the toilet bowl in a week,
That's
what does
perfect.
it look like?
The
I mean, it's
oil,
true,
the
right?
sludge.
Like you're like you. But I flush it every time I go to the bathroom. Why does my toilet look so gross?
Yeah.
Well, think about your colon.
Yes,
Yeah.
lining, pocket, all that
Right.
stuff that kind of gets stuck in there. So, once you start moving that, because then once your colon is clean, then your liver starts dumping, and then your kidneys work better, and then the last thing, which is your lymphatic system. Because the lymphatic is
Super
finally like,
important.
oh, now that you guys are moving, I can actually start to detox. Because that's the way the body is meant to detox on its own,
Yep.
right? So if you give it the right environment to work efficiently, that's where all the benefits come in.
Okay, if you don't know what colonics is, let's explain that a little bit.
Okay.
So that they're not.
Sure. So we have called what's an open system, which means it leaves your rectum open. The nozzle that goes in is less than pinky size. That's the first thing people ask. It only goes in that far. So it's
Think
not
about,
really
think
invasive.
about how big your poop is. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's typically not that big.
Yeah. So when you start releasing it,
And if it is that big, there's a problem.
Yeah.
that is actually that's a snake that's trying to go
Got a
around
different
something.
problem.
Yeah, that's totally different problem. But yeah, it just kind of, the water goes in, the water comes out. So when you're actually at Clean Colonic, you have your privacy, you're covered, you do your own insertion.
Except when it's me, because then she's coming and she's like, how's it going? You want to talk? I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you can go now.
And then she gets his face and I can see she's just like, leave. Yeah.
Because we're friends. You
Yeah.
didn't see anything. I was like, I'm covered. I'm totally covered, but.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. When I first started, I had one device in one room. It was 2016. That's when we started. And I remember messaging you and I said, there's no way she's going to agree to do this
I
live.
went live.
And she went live. And normally I stayed with people during the whole session. She's like, you can't stay. You got to go. But I'm like, I want to see what's coming out. I want to help you. I want to, she's like, no.
Massage your tummy. I'm like, out.
Let me bag your feet in castor oil. She's like, you got to go. Yeah.
I want to poop in private, please.
Yeah. So I had to give her her privacy only because she requested it.
Yeah, but it is worth it, and I've had many people contact me about it and come and do it with you.
Yeah.
And now you have 5 locations. I mean, now I had people driving all the way to see you. It was in Mesa.
It was in Tempe.
Yep. Which
Straight
you still
down.
have. You still have
Yeah, I
Tempe.
still have Tempe.
Tempe, Fountain Hills, Phoenix,
Glendale.
Chandler, and Glendale.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. 5.
That's it.
5.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
that's
lot.
one of the reasons why I liked Hotworx, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's a franchise, and I just created a franchise. So I'm looking at all the things that you're doing and that they've done, put together as far as like just the decor, all the things that are consistent when you go. So I was like, I need to change my branding, and I've been doing that, and it's just been fun. I never thought in a million years that this would be my business, first of all. Secondly, that I would have multiple locations.
She's the poop queen.
I am.
So what would be your recommended for somebody? Okay, first of all, let's talk about. I feel like I'm all over the place, but parasites.
Yes.
If you have a pet, you probably have a parasite. If you eat sushi, pork chops, a lot of the meats, right? You
Yeah, I
probably
think
have a
people,
parasite.
I kind of keep it simple. People want to blame it on certain things, but a long time ago, people thought like, oh, I don't have a parasite, I don't travel. Because only people who travel are going to another country. You go to Mexico or you whatever, you drink the water. It's literally in our own backyard. It's everywhere. And then you mentioned pets because it doesn't matter. It's not just for dirty people, too. It's not that. It's not lifestyle.
I have 4 dogs.
Yeah, and don't tell them. I'm sure they've kissed you on the mouth.
Never.
Never, right? Never.
All the time.
So it's just one of those things. If you have dirt anywhere on if you're gardening, for instance,
There you
you're
go,
out
the
walking
dirt.
barefoot. I mean, I walked 6 miles in South Africa. I thought for sure, I was like, I'm going to have a monster at one point come out of me.
Oh, no.
Because it's just easy to pick it up. And
What about in Arizona? We have what they call now the huboobs, but the dust storms.
Yep.
So much mold, spores, parasites.
Yep.
And you can't help but breathe it.
Right. So you get one little spore, like an actual little egg inside you, and you happen to swallow it, gets in your system. Now it's like breeding ground because it's nice, it's warm, it's in the tummy. It's like that's the environment that they
And who's
thrive
ready
on.
for dinner?
We're
going
going
afterwards.
Yeah.
We're going to Eddie V's.
Yeah,
we're gonna go get some
we are.
raw. We're gonna go eat some oysters. Which, by the way,
Yes.
I can't eat oysters anymore.
Why?
Because they keep showing the videos of the parasites crawling out of the oyster.
I used to think that too because I was eating sushi 5 times a day, salmon, whatever, all that stuff. It's like you can't really avoid it, in my opinion.
All right. Okay.
I
love
come
this.
from
I
the
love
fact
this.
that like we're
Preach.
here, we're in a human
Yeah.
body, we want to have experiences. Do what you got to do. You're doing all the things preventative.
Right.
Keep doing those stuff. It's like if we really had to prevent all this stuff from happening, we live in a box. We'd never go anywhere.
That's what I'm doing. I'm actually going to put myself in a box.
I'll take you everywhere. I'll keep you in the box. Make sure you're covered. That you're,
I want to be in like a Barbie box. I want to be like in a Barbie box on wheels.
Oh my gosh.
With a little trailer.
But I have not given up any of that stuff.
You know what? I'd love to hear that.
Because I see it all the time. I don't fear it. I do a cleanse a couple times a year.
That's it. Okay. But how? Okay. So you're fit. You're healthy. You're regular. You're going to Hotworx 3 times a week. How often should somebody be coming in and doing?
So originally, we do suggest doing 2 days in a row. But if you want to clean out the entire colon, it literally takes 10 to 12 sessions. The reason for that is because you have 5 feet of colon. So 1 or 2, just think about that. You're going to feel good. You're going to get out the contents, but you really need to strip the linings, the pocket, all that stuff that's been stuck in there for a long time. And I get this all the time. People are really like, that's impossible. You don't really need that. Until they've done it or try it, I've never had a client say, oh, I wish I didn't do the 10 sessions. Because it's like, I don't even know. I used to make a joke and say there's like a black hole in the colon, because all of a sudden it's like, where does this stuff come from? It's all that deep stuff.
Nothing.
Okay, this is the big question though. I hear all the time, it's like stripping the wax off of your car, because you're not only taking out the bad shit, literally, but you're also taking out the good shit, the good bacteria.
Yeah.
So if you do 10 to 12 sessions, are you putting them on vitamins? I know you did years ago. You would say, take all these.
Yeah. I suggest people to actually go, if you want, take a probiotic. I never did when I started, because here's the thing. I also know that our body is going to heal itself when you give it the right environment. Also, you can have certain foods with probiotics. There's other ways to fill it. You don't want that nasty stuff sitting in there, the old stuff that's
worse than
fermenting.
the good stuff.
That's worse than the good stuff. I mean, I have thousands of clients. I've never
had anybody have a bad reaction.
Well, people have bad reactions, like all of a sudden their skin breaks out, or they're like they feel sick, or they throw up. Like, those are kind of normal things, but like long-term things, I've never heard anything.
Well, and part of that's detox.
Yeah,
right?
and
when you start detoxing, you can have
those
breakouts. Those are the symptoms, and even people will get that when they start doing infrared.
Right,
they've got a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of toxins, right?
Yeah,
it's got to get out. It's got to get out of the body somewhere.
It does, because you're experiencing it on the way out.
Exactly.
It's like you have to bring it to the surface, and then when it's gone, you're gonna not feel it as much.
Okay, so let's get back to this.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to, they've never done a colonic, and they're like, my body, there's something wrong with my body. I'm food sensitivities, my hormones are off, my cortisol's high. This would be a good place to start, right? 10 to 12 sessions.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then okay, but now you're me. You're fit, healthy. You're kind of in your vibe. I'm doing my Hotworx. What would be a good maintenance then?
Yeah. So I say once a month, because then you're just kind of moving things. You're not having that build
stressing
up.
the body.
It's not, some people think like, oh, I'll do the 10, then a year from now I'll do another cleanse. Why? Just keep it going. Like, I honestly can't even remember the last time I did 10 sessions. I can't.
Because you just
do it regularly.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I probably should, just to check, because it's like one of those things you never know what's in there, but I also feel really good. I don't,
you're so in tune to your body at this point,
right.
You would know. But you're in a different place than most people. That's why I'm like, okay. But so for most people, if you really want to take your health seriously, and oh my gosh, it feels like everybody I talk to now is just so on the journey of the peptides and the hormones, and maybe it's in our Scottsdale bubble. And I mean, I go, this is my career. This is what I do. This is what I talk about all day long, and I love it.
Talk about it,
And I love it, but I think people they're stepping it up. They're stepping up their game even more. And where people maybe before were not interested in hearing about colonics, now they're like, where people before weren't interested in hearing about parasites, it was like, which I still am. It's more real. But though I don't like talking about it, I'm still doing it. Right? Like, I'm not just going to sit back, because a lot of us do that. We just kind of do the la 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 la. And now people are going, okay, I guess I really should probably.
Because the thing is you don't even know if you have one. You might have symptoms like brain fog, which there's so many symptoms that
That's what I was going to ask you. How many people know about all of these symptoms?
Well, I wonder too, like
they don't realize how
people are labeling breast implant illness, right? There is no actual proof that breast implant illness is a thing.
Right, exactly. I have tons of people who've done it and taken them out, and then they feel better.
They do. So you can't say no, but I'm just saying those symptoms are sort of like, could be a parasite symptom.
Exactly.
So talk about some of the symptoms
of breast implant.
Of parasites.
Parasites.
When you don't know.
So what I'm learning, I mean, could be like tons of them, but really, if you have any brain fog, because there's an intelligence that's inside you, which is kind of crazy. You think about that. Somebody's like living inside you, free rent, just hanging out, eating all of your nutrients. So my employee actually gave me permission to talk about her, but she, for a long time, was kind of releasing parasites here and there, and I always tried to put her on a protocol, and she never did it consistently. Then she started going to Hotworx, and all of a sudden she had massive parasites. Not just one or two, it was like...
And fast.
Like really fast. So I was like, okay, now you need to actually do this cleanse. I really recommend people doing diatomaceous earth, food grade. It's not very expensive. You can buy it on Amazon.
We'll post the link.
We'll post that, all that. But she actually was highly anemic. And sometimes she would almost pass out at work. Like, literally, she had...
And it was because of the parasites.
Well, no, we are still figuring that out. I'm pretty sure it is, because she has to go and get iron infusions. So the more research that I was doing, is that obviously those parasites are eating all of your nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
She's not getting anything. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. And she's already starting to feel better. She's been on the cleanse for 45 days. She was going to Hotworx like 3 times a week.
I haven't ordered it yet. I need to order your stuff.
Yeah, it's like, you know, and
You
most
can just
people
get it off of Amazon
Yeah,
too.
no,
That's
it's
the one
on
you talk
Amazon.
about. Like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
diatomaceous earth.
Yeah.
Super inexpensive.
And
for
you
like
said do it for 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so actually, because this is so new for me, and I really wanted to like support people and tell them what to do, I created a little event. We can post that later. Next week you buy it, and the week after that's when we're going to start it. The great thing about this cleanse is it's kind of gentle in a way. Like, you don't have to really do juicing for a whole week. You don't have to go to Costa Rica or do anything. You can do it at your own. You don't have to change anything except you add this little powder. There's a few things that I say, like don't eat bread or sugar to kind of help clear the parasites.
Right, you
but
want it to go
it's a very
through.
doable. That's the word I was looking for. It's a doable cleanse that you you know, don't have to take 5 days off work.
I'm going to tell you that my husband started doing that just for the heck of it, because that diatomaceous earth not only is it really good for your
Digestive system?
but hair.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It helps
I'm gonna have
regrow
her
hair. He's got a ton of hair. That's not his problem. But there's a lot of stuff to it. It's
Yeah.
not just for that.
Yeah.
So
I love this.
super, super healthy
It's
thing to do.
All right, so
good.
we'll have to post that.
Yep, totally.
And okay, so what are we offering? 25% off to join Hotworx.
Enrollment.
Enrollment, when you mention me.
Yep.
If you come on in at the 101 Pima Crossing location, the best one. $59 to just do her location, but it's amazing. For $79, you get the entire country.
Yeah, exactly.
So most people get that
New
anyway.
York, yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
New York,
Totally.
I've been in Charlotte. There's one at Tatum and Bell. I go to yours. So, you know, wherever you are, you can find one near you, which is incredible. They're in
is.
LA.
Yeah,
It's nice.
that's
When
one
you're
thing that
traveling.
was easy for me because each location there was a Hotworx a couple miles away. I
Yep,
loved
for
it.
all of our employees.
And
And
you
she's
know
all over the valley.
Yes.
So, you know, we were able to service everybody
Yeah.
with a different location.
And you don't have to have your equipment because for $5 you get all the equipment that you need.
Rent
so
it.
You walk in and boom, you have it, which is
Yeah.
great. I love that.
And the fact that it's 24 hours. I know you mentioned that, but I want to say it again because
I know.
everybody has a schedule.
And I also want to say it's not creepy at all. Have you been there like late?
No.
Oh, so I like to go.
I love going in there when it's late and nobody's in there.
It's like your own private place.
It's like your
Oh,
own private
yeah.
place. It's very peaceful.
It is.
There's
I
nothing
love it.
creepy about it
For the
at all.
antisocial
It's-
girl over here.
Yeah.
I walk in, nobody's there,
Yeah.
and it's not creepy. That's the weirdest thing. You would think you might be a little like creeped out.
I think
People
it's because of our surveillance, because the door is always locked, even during staffed hours. The door is locked. It is a members only facility, and we
and
enforce
cameras.
that.
We know who's in there.
We enforce that highly because it's really, really important. So members know that,
And
so they feel
also,
comfortable that they're very safe there, even if nobody else is there.
And when I'm in there, and you can have your light on or off in the sauna, but the light outside of it, the whole Hotworx, if nobody's in there, the light turns off.
Right.
The minute somebody walks in, light comes on, so you know if somebody's in there also, which is kind of good.
Great
I've
self-awareness. If you're in there and the lights are off, and then they come back on, you know somebody came in, and you're kind of alert. And that's somebody just going into a sauna. No big deal.
Yep. Yeah. It's.
Yeah. And what I like is the different levels, because that was one thing I was concerned about, because some of the girls that are working for it, just starting with their fitness, to me, I was recovering, right? I had just had a surgery and some other stuff. I was like, can I just go in there and like stretch and,
that's the
and
thing.
just feel it? And then you have somebody like, it's really for all levels.
And I go in by myself. You can go in with 3 people can fit in the infrared, but you know if somebody's going to be in there, so you can pick a time when nobody's going to be in there. I went and did the spin. I was fine doing the spin. The second class I did, I could do some things.
Some of it, not all of it.
Not all of it. And and then I kind of felt tired, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yep.
So I left.
Yeah.
No big deal. You go
There's
at your
no
own
trainer like
zone.
on you
Yeah.
or pushing
Yep.
you. You go at your
Or
own
people
pace.
looking at you.
Yeah.
Yep, it's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so 25% off. What do we got?
So we'll do mention Lifestyle Jewels, 20% off also.
Ooh.
Okay, let's do it. Whether that's the membership package, whatever. Yeah.
And
Awesome.
I'm going to be, so Carolyn and I talked about it. I need to start coming more. I know. And I also got to do the bed that is, oh my gosh,
Sound
the
table.
sound table.
I
was-
need to get in and
Oh,
do
let
the
me
sound
mention
table.
that too.
Do
So
that.
okay, it does a lot actually because
I'm dying to try
most
that.
people are thinking about hearing. There's gong classes. I used to teach meditation and play the gong, so I always knew like frequency was a thing. But everything is it's so great, and the table is so great about it because there's different frequencies. And there's different alignments for whatever people are dealing with. I always say there's like a grief one, there's one for addiction, but another great thing was there's one for parasites, which I didn't know. If you play something for 750 megahertz or higher, it messes with their brain. And I was like, what? Yeah, that's why I was like, I need to do this video because I keep hearing parasites. And it's really, I never want to like scare people into doing it. That's not what it is. It's about the education and awareness and just know that it's
and what, don't you want to feel better? And it's no big deal.
No, it's not. And you may not ever see them. You know, in fact, tonight's a new moon, if whatever. But, you know, people are like, you know, oh, it's like a new moon.
You do it on the moon.
Yeah.
So I'm probably get my Amazon tomorrow, which wouldn't be too late.
No.
Because it's like around the moon that you want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you really want to do it any time. So, like, we're starting in 2 weeks, but you know, there's a lot of research that goes. There's nothing proven.
The parasites come out with the moon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so.
They're
weird.
so creepy.
They're so.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's like, what is that? I'm not. I don't even.
I know. I look at my dogs and I'm like, please don't kiss me.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually taught my dogs not to. If you ever meet my dogs, they'll go up, and if you're like down at their level, they'll literally put your head here because they won't kiss you.
Oh.
They will only kiss you if you ask for it. And if you say, give me a kiss, then they will. And it's like this little, like, light one. They don't, because I never wanted a dog
Slobber
to just,
all over.
yeah, and then all of a sudden the dog's in your face, and it's not even your dog. I mean, I love animals.
Okay, well, I'm bringing my dogs to you.
Yeah, it's like,
it's
over.
over.
The
You know
dog
what?
training.
I get them anyways because you pet their hair. You told me.
totally. It's under your fingernails.
You know what?
It's on
So
your
just
skin.
relax. You know what? Relax. We're going to post the link to get the product so that you can start your cleanse.
Yeah.
Come in, do a colonics, and please, for the love of God, start going out.
Yes.
For the love of God.
Seriously.
I'd like it.
One of my biggest fans ever. We have a lot.
Time is
And
money.
Carolyn.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you know what though? But time is money.
Yeah.
And your excuses are gone. You can go do. There's a million different workouts that you can do. They're super fun. They're super quick, and they burn more calories. And you're detoxing, and it's like, you know, more bang for your buck.
Yeah,
all the way around.
Yeah. And plus, everybody needs a time out for themselves anyway. It's just another way to just have some time for yourself, away from your job, family, whatever. You have your alone time in this great space.
Mm-hmm. And the sweating is different than a hot yoga or anything.
It's way
Different than hot
different.
yoga. Different than standing outside in the 116.
Yeah,
so,
it like penetrates different. You're like getting on a cellular level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's
Well,
like
and I
such a
think
deep
they're just
sweat.
gonna keep
I think
going.
I told you. Did I tell you when we were in Scandinavia last month?
No.
That I was dying for sauna because you know I live in a sauna.
Yeah.
Just to like sweat.
Yes.
And
you
you know,
need to start packing a sauna bag with you.
Totally. Those are
seriously.
awesome.
And there they don't have infrared saunas. They have. I mean, you could probably find them, but it's your traditional, you know, Finnish, Swedish, you know, Scandinavian sauna, which is going to be 175 degrees, very moist. And Dean and I both went in. You know, he went in the men's, I went in the women's, and because they have them at every hotel.
Came out after, and you were like, no.
Yeah, like for 15 minutes the first, and you can't take your phone in, you can't have your watch in. It's too hot. It's and it's wet, and it's not the environment like
And it
infrared
messes up
is.
your hair.
Yep. But we sat there. We both sat there for 15 minutes and like barely even sweat.
Yeah.
But it was miserable.
You just drenched
It was
in
boring.
infrared.
But in infrared, you can feel that.
The crap
You can
coming
feel
out.
it.
Yeah, you can. You can
It's
feel it
just,
opening.
it's just like it pours off of
Yeah,
you.
it feels. It
It's
does.
like the best
It is.
feeling
It is.
ever.
It is.
But couldn't replicate it with
No.
a regular sauna that was
Yep.
even much hotter.
Yep.
And we were like, no, can't do that. Mm-mm.
And
Can't
I've
just
heard
sit
people
there.
say like they don't love to sweat, and I was like, how? I don't even understand that, because even if you didn't like to sweat, the importance of sweating.
Yeah.
I think there's a time and a place for sweat. Like, do you want to be sweating while you're dressed like this and like going and
Oh,
doing
of
something
course.
else?
Right.
But like when your goal is to detox your body and sweat. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
what
of
you're there
course.
for, then
I mean,
that's
nobody wants to sweat when they're talking to someone or dressed up or
right.
But it's so important because that's your largest organ. You have to get it out. You got to open those pores.
Get the shit out.
Yeah, all of it.
The toxins out. All right, you guys, if that wasn't enough to motivate you to go get a colonic at Clean Colonic, Hotworx, you get a discount, 20% off, 25% off enrollment. It's seriously, it's incredible. All right, that's it. Happy Friday. We're going to eat.
Yes.
See you guys.
And get some parasites together.